Yeah.
James, nice to meet you, dude.
Nice to meet you, man. Well, James, yeah, pleasure to have you on. Thanks a lot for your time tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, dude.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just a small little like lockdown project I've started going, really. New bands that I'm interested in, kind of reaching out to them, finding a bit about their story and where they want to go, really. So I got put onto you guys by one of my mates, and yeah, from there I've enjoyed what I've heard. So yeah.
Oh, nice one. Was that Jake Ratton? Was that?
That was the one, yeah, the infamous one.
Yeah, a bit of a notorious, isn't he? But
yeah, he's here, there, and everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
But yeah, so with everyone so far, I've been going back to the start, like teenage years. Who were you into? Who were like your biggest influences in that growing up?
My biggest influences personally was probably sort of so my mum got me onto sort of Springsteen early doors, and obviously the Beatles and stuff like that. John Lennon's big sort of influence on mine. Band wise, sort of Rolling Stones as well. We all love the Stones in the band. Primal Scream. Sort of more recently, maybe sort of Black Keys, Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. We sort of see those bands as sort of where we want to sort of be in the modern day kind of scene. Nice
one. And for yourself, was there any like gig or like festival that you went to like growing up and you just thought that's what I want to be doing? I'd love that to be my job, that side of the barrier.
I mean, there's quite a few, to be fair. I started going sort of early teens, started hitting the gigs.
Yeah.
I think I went to Leeds Festival for the day when I was probably only about 15, 16 or something like that. And like, I think the Libertines were headlining that night, and they sort of
class.
I was sort of into them when I was getting started. Yeah, and great gig that was. Yeah.
Nice one, man. And so moving on a bit, when did Reflekter, when did that whole project begin, and how did that come around?
Reflekter, I think we started about a year and a half ago now. But I mean, the other lads in the band, we've sort of been playing together for years, sort of thing. Various different projects. And yeah, we sort of Reflekter, sort of the latest sort of evolution of it, I guess, if you will.
Decent. How about how did the name come around, or is that kind of a bit of a secret?
I'd like to tell you some like really interesting story behind it, but it was actually a pretty long and tedious process. Long nights in the rehearsal rooms, sort of surrounded by empty beer cans, and we had about 100 names on the whiteboard at one point, and 99% of them were just shocking. But
you just got to go for it.
Yeah, eventually we just sort of came up with that, and just sort of think you got to back it and just stick with it. I think sort of liked how it looked, and messed around with the.
I had a band on the other day, and they were saying basically the same thing. But they had a gig booked in 2 weeks' time, and they're like, "Fuck, we need to pick a name." Like, so they just had to go with one, like just one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was taking us so long. I think we were under pressure to just sort of pick one and stick with it, sort of thing. So when you pick one, you just got to back it then, aren't you?
Exactly, yeah. And they kind of make sense further like going forward anyway. Like look at some band names, and you'd be like, I feel like the music speaks more than the band name anyway. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
definitely.
With big artists,
let the music do the talking, definitely.
Exactly, mate. Yeah. So where do you see? What do you think the future holds for the band? Like, obviously, COVID at the minute, but like late 21 and going forward, what's the plans for the band?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've always been quite ambitious lads, really. I mean, you got to sort of believe in yourselves, and otherwise, there's no point in doing it. So we sort of believe that we can be up there with the best. Really, we want to be playing to sort of packed out rooms and traveling the world and all that, really. So next year we just obviously want to get back playing in front of people if that's going to be possible. We'd like to do sort of a big headline show and hit the festival circuit. So
nice one. And so obviously I've been listening to one of your latest songs, Tricky Love. Do you know how that one came around, and whereabouts where you were when you wrote
it? Tricky Love, I mean, sort of one I've been. It's sort of been around for a while, and it just sort of I don't think it was one we were really going to use for Reflekter, but once we got it sort of down in the studio, it just sort of all started to make sense and just sound really good with the sort of style we were going for, and just went on from there, really.
Nice one, sweet. Yeah, I like what I'm hearing. I can definitely. Obviously never seen you guys live, but I could imagine some of these tunes sounding very big live. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we like to try and put a lot of energy into the live shows, and sort of, it's definitely our favourite part of the band, as it is for most, really, doing those live gigs, getting everyone going.
Exactly, mate. So James, we're some other bands on here. I've been doing a little quick fire round. It's been working okay on Zoom,
Right.
but I'll fire some over to you if that's so good.
Yeah, sure. Man.
What would you prefer, being at home or on the road?
On the road, man.
Sweet. Up north or down south?
Up north all the way.
Yeah. Music-wise, UK or USA?
Tough one. Got to go UK. Got back here.
Yeah, stick with it. On the beers or on the wine?
Beers for me.
Yeah, mate. Would you rather be playing arenas or festivals?
I think festivals, vibes always just the one, innit?
It's class, but a good old festival, yeah. Here's another one: tequila or whiskey?
I don't mind the odd tequila, to be fair, on a night out, but if I'm sat at home, probably a whiskey.
Yeah. I think I might know the answer to this one, but John Lennon or Bob Marley?
Fun of both, but got to go for Lennon, yeah.
Sweet. If you're out on a night out, what would be your go-to karaoke song?
Well, I'm not. You take me get up on there, mate. To be honest with you,
yeah.
But I don't know. Probably the Art and Oasis song or something.
Yeah. And then finally, I've got here: if you could watch any band or artist, alive or dead, and you get to meet them after the gig, who would it be, and why?
Left the hardest one to the end, have you? I think I'd probably have to go the Beatles, just because they just kicked it all off, and you've got to it'd be very interesting to have a chat with them and a beer with them and see where they got all the ideas from, because God knows, really.
That would be mega, wouldn't it? Yeah. I've had a few very strange answers on that one, but yeah, Beatles is obviously mega. Definitely.
What you had? What's the weirdest one?
Not weird, to be fair, but just for the genre of music of the bands and the answers. So maybe like I've had an indie band of said Tupac, just a few random ones like that. But obviously big artists in their own right.
Yeah, sure.
But James, yeah, thanks a lot. I really appreciate your time this evening.
Nice one, man. Thank you very much.
Hopefully, by the end of this year or maybe early next year, you get playing again, and I can come and get you one of these shows and have a face-to-face.
Yeah, definitely, man. We'll definitely let you know what we're doing and try and get you down to one. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm sure if Jake's flying around, then it'll be a bit mayhem.
Yeah, man. I'm sure he'll be up for it. So yeah, I'll let you both know.
Good lad. All right, mate. You stay safe. Catch you later.
Cheers. Nice, mate. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.